So welcome back. If you're listening out there in Radio Land, this is the last example problem, and then you'll have a couple of secants and a couple of cosecants to do. And notice this one is negative secant. So this is a cousin of negative cosine, so we'll do that dotted in a minute. Let's see, A is negative 2, B is going to be 3 x minus 2 pi over 9. Multiply the bottom by 3. So C is, let's make those positive just to be different. So C is going to be negative 2 pi over 9. D is 4. E is, as soon as you have radians, it's 2 pi divided by 3. 2 pi over E over B right here is E. I is 2 pi over 3 times 4th, which is going to be 2 pi over 12. I may want to change that to pi over 6. We'll see. I think I do. Pi over 6. And look right here, 9 there, 6 there. So I need to change both of those so the denominators are the same. Well, you could do, we want to go for the least denominator. The least common denominator is 18. 9 and 6 both go into 18. So let's multiply this one by 2. That gives me negative 4 pi over 18. Change that to 18. Let's multiply both of these by 3, which would give me 3 pi over 18. This will cut down when you're reducing. You could use 6 times 9 is 54, but you're going to have to reduce everything. Okay, so we're pretty good on that. Ooh, it's getting a little dark in here. So I turned my light on. Okay, and it sort of freaked out on my screen, but not too bad. Let's see if it's better with it off. Okay, I'll just work in the dark. Okay, so here we go with, I'm going to start about here. And notice I'm attempting to do a couple of versions of negative cosine like that. Oh, it's a big M. M for Massey. So, and since we're starting negative, I'm not going to have to backtrack to the left. I mean, I could. You can always do this if you want to. That just gives you 2 more points. Here's my points on my center line. I'm going to have vertical asymptotes in a minute. And of course, my increments are going to run across like that. And this is my starting point right here, which according to C is going to be negative 4 pi over 18. I'm going to reduce it in the bottom. And look, I want to add 3. I'm going to be adding 3 every time. So this would be negative pi over 18. Add 3. 2 pi over 18. Add 3. 5 pi over 18. Add 3. 8 pi over 18, add 3, 11 pi over 18, add 3, 14 pi over 18, add 3, 17 pi over 18, add 3, 20 pi over 18, add 3, 23 pi over 18. Yippee skippy. And some of these reduce. Those are both even, cut them in half. And those are both even, cut them in half. Notice anyone that's, about every other one of those, you've got to reduce it, but that's not a big deal. Okay, so we're good on this. And then at all of these, By the way, 0 is between these two. It's about there. There's the y-axis. Center line was 4, up 2, down 2. Y-axis is down here. I mean, the x-axis is down there at 0. So we're pretty good on those. And then it's time for your you only draw these at these points where the negative cosine hit the center line. There we go on that. And then all I need to do is reflect. So all these points off the min line, here's the secant going through these points. And we're good on those. So the secant is in yellow. Negative secant, it just went off of a different place. And we're good on that, and we'll return.